I would say now I most identify with like I'm an illustrator, I'm an artist, but I work with so much multimedia. It's funny because people don't like the word multimedia, and I get it. It's a very broad general statement, but like when you work with video editing,
Multiple
when you work with
medias.
multimedia, I mean, I work with graphic design, right? I work with motion graphics. I work with video editing. I am an illustrator. I am a designer. I work with a little bit of everything. So,
Yeah.
but
Uh-huh.
I've also put a lot of my time into social justice, like advocacy, as much as like mental health, which is, it's just the shift of how the waters have gone. Art will always be my priority, but
Mhm.
there's so many things that can tie into that I'm just fortunate that art is my priority. But just about the glasses thing that I wanted to touch on, that person that's like, I can do this on my own. I don't need whatever. I mean, just at that young age in like first grade, I figured out that I needed glasses because I couldn't see the board well and I liked sitting in the back. And I didn't think to like tell anyone. I wasn't like, oh,
Right.
my eyes are going bad, I should tell someone. The reason that people found out that I needed glasses is because I grabbed my dad's like old military binoculars and I was like sitting in the back. I was sitting in the back of the class with these binoculars, just looking at the board, and the teacher's like, "What's going on?" I was like, I'm just reading the board." I was like, I was taking care of, like I was taking things into my hands. Again, going back to I'm used to being alone in a lot of ways. I've done a lot on my own. I've internalized so much that I would start to think like, oh, I've thought about that, I've worked through it or whatever. But until you actually vocally put it out there, or even just writing it down, this matrix that we have up here, it's really good at like cycling through things and repeating. But because it's not tangible, it still can cycle and repeat and cycle and repeat. And I found it really beneficial, not only just through therapy and talking and getting things out there, because it becomes almost real. It becomes almost physical, I want to say. Writing things down, I've been journaling, like flowing, just stream of consciousness, like what is on my mind right now,
Mhm.
because this needs to either get out or I'll get to a place that's like, that's really interesting, and I didn't recognize that I was thinking about that. Yeah, I've learned a lot by being able to use my voice. And that's kind of the topic too of like the last year, is like I feel like I've suppressed my voice internally, in a lot of ways for different reasons, and I want to get more out there.
I love your spray painting one. And it sometimes looks like outer space or like a landscape or all this stuff. And you can usually watch people do it in front of you. And you do it perfectly. I mean, it was amazing to watch you.
It's fun, it's quick, it's very fluid. And the funny thing is like I went into that, I don't see myself as a painter, but I am painting. I'm using paint, but it's because
Yeah.
I'm using it in a different way, right? Like spray painting on the paper, and using tools to take it back up as opposed to always just putting it down. The funny thing is, like, now I look back and I watch Bob Ross, and it's like it really translates in a similar way, because Bob Ross uses a very wet technique. So like when he's putting the paint on the canvas is already usually wet, like he's putting a base layer down. So it does give you the ability to kind of cut through the paint and create these
Mm.
layers that you don't get by just adding the layers on top of each other. It's a little bit of like taking away as much as it's kind of putting it down. Translates differently for spray paint, but as I watch it, I'm like, oh, like that kind of, I'm learning more now than when I just used to watch it. I've been so fortunate with the last few clients that I've had, that I've just been upfront and I've been like, hey, you've expressed that you want a close artist because
Mhm.
you want a lot of your stuff redone and remade, and you want your site to be updated. I'm going to be upfront. I struggle and I live with mental illness, and my mental health flexes in and out. I will always communicate. I will always be open,
Mhm.
but there are days where I will get no work done. There are days where I will get everything done. I just try to be open and communicate. And this person has just allowed me to really like experiment and test some things out because they understand that. And not everyone has that opportunity.